Okay. Multiplying decimals. This is incredibly easy, actually, if you aren't aware. Multiplying decimals is, there's only one other step other than regular multiplication. Something that weighs 1 pound on Earth weighs 0.17 pounds on the moon. How much would a 4-pound dumbbell weigh on the moon? Okay, so basically what this is a multiplication problem. You're taking 0.17 and you're multiplying it times 4. Let me explain how to do this. First of all, ignore the decimal. Just ignore it. Multiply this the same way you would multiply 17 times 4. What is 17 times 4? If you want to do it the long way, we can. We can go 7 times 4 is 8. We can add a 2 up there, and we can go 4 times 1, 68. Or again, you could use your mental math, and you can go 4 times 10 is 40. 4 times 7 is 28. Add them together. Do that too. Okay, now here comes the multiplication trick. When you're multiplying stuff. Count up the number of decimal places you have. We got 1, 2. Put your pencil at the end of the answer that you got, and 1, 2, and put your little dot there. That's all you do. Count up the total number of decimal places you have and move the decimal over. That's it. So in order to answer this question, you would say, how much would a dumbbell weigh on the moon? It would a 4-pound dumbbell would be 68 hundredths of a pound on the moon. Isn't that tough? Oh my gosh. They're going to make us work through this whole deal, huh? Wow. All right. Same deal. You got 0.3 times 0.4. Number one, ignore the decimal and take it. What's 3 times 4? 12. Count up the number of total number of decimal places do we have? We got 1 here, 1 there. What's 1 plus 1? I bet you didn't think that you would hear that today in math. What's 1 plus 1? 2. Very good. So how many decimal places do we have? 2. 1, 2. Put your dot right there. The answer is 12 hundredths. Okay? So if I had, let's just say I had this, 0.003 times 0.004. Ignore the decimal places. What do you have here? 3 times 4 is 12. Count up the total number of decimal places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got to start here. We got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your decimal goes here. Now what do I have to do? Add your placeholders. There's a placeholder there. There's your answer. It's super easy. On your whiteboards, give me the answer to that one. First of all you do is look at this problem and go, oh, 1 spot, 2, 3. Okay, so we have 0.07 times 0.8. 56. 3 spots. 1, 2, 3. Add a placeholder right there. Now, I know, and this I saw this on a few of them around, that when we were doing addition and subtraction, you guys wanted to add a 0 there. And that's fine. You can if you want, but now you've made this problem into 7 times 80. Okay? Because that's what you have. And when you do 7 times 80, you're going to end up with 560, but you have 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places, so then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and you still end up with 56. But you see the difference between 0.7 and 0.80? There's a difference. So with multiplication, don't add placeholders unless you're planning on multiplying the whole thing. Instead of 0.8, you're going to multiply 0.80, 0.80. Whiteboards. Oops. Ooh, that's a tougher one. You want to treat this as 134 times 25. That's how you want to treat this. 134 times 25. And then we'll put our decimal there, and we'll put our decimal there. Okay? When you're multiplying decimals, you don't have to line them up. You can line them up just like you did before. You can line it up off to the right. Okay? So when I say line up your decimals, I want you to line them up when you're doing addition and subtraction. Multiplication, you don't have to line them up. Treat this as 134 times 25. We get a 0 here, we get a 2 here, we get a 15, we get a 17, and we get a 6 here. Add a 0. 2 times 4 is 8. Make a 6 here, and this is a 2 here. And we add them together. We end up with a 0, a 5, a 1, a 3, and a 1, 3. Now we got 3,350. Now we have to worry about our decimal places. 1, 2, 3 total. 1, 2, 3. So we get an answer of 3.35. Okay? So again, when you are multiplying decimals, you don't have to line them up. You don't have to line up the decimals. Addition and subtraction, yes. Multiplication, don't worry about it. Fine, we'll do that one. Again, you don't have to line up the decimals. We can go 0.03 times 0.9. Get 27 here. 1, 2, 1. That means 3 total. 1, 2, 3. Add a decimal. There you go. Does yours look like that? There you go. Get after it. Treat this as 380 times 33. Again, you can add your decimal and put your decimals in there, but we won't do anything with them until later. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 8 is 24. Put a 2 up here. 3 times 3 is 9, plus that is 11. So add a 0, it's going to be the same. 4, and then 11. Add them up. 0, 4, 5, 2, 1. We got 1, 2, 3 decimal places. 1, 2, 3 decimal places. 12.54. Okay. I have a question for you. What if you had this problem? 12 times 0.3. So you get a 6 here, 3 there, and then you go 1 decimal place. You end up with 3.6. Let me tell you right now, and a lot of you are going to have struggle with this concept. I did multiplication. My first number was a 12. How come my answer is smaller than 12? Why is my answer small? I did multiplication. Doesn't multiplication make stuff bigger? Why? Because I'm multiplying by something that's less than 1. 0.3 is less than 1. If I'm multiplying by something that's less than 1, my answer is going to be smaller. It has to be. Okay? Does that make sense to you guys? All right. I want to show you one more thing because some of you are going to get to this. You've been, Mr. Eichmann, I don't remember how to do this. You're going to have a problem that looks like this. It says evaluate 5x for the value of x. Now remember, 5x, what does that mean, Sam? 5 times x. So that means 5 times x. So we've got 5 times x. And then it tells us x is this. So then we plug that in there. Now we have 5 times 3.062. 3.062. And I'm actually going to change the order around because it's multiplication, and I can, times 5. And then we would solve that problem. This would be a 10, this would be a 1, this would be a 1, this would be a 3, this would be a 3, this would be a 15. We got 1, 2, 3 spots, 1, 2, 3 spots, 15.31. Okay? For your homework. Yeah, you actually get homework in math today. Yay, really? All right, quiet, please. You're going to have page 132, 12 to 36 even, and then 55. Oh, that was weird. 55 to 62 all. Make sure that you're showing me what you're multiplying together. Okay? That when I started writing right there, it went weird. Look at it's jumping around, so I don't know. So your assignment is that. Again, make sure you're showing me what you're multiplying together. Okay? Show your work. Show me what you're multiplying together. Everyone got that? Raise your hand if you heard me say show your work. Good. All of you have your hand up.